This session is on game theory. The topic which will be covered in this session is mixed strategy game. As we discussed in our last lecture on game theory, that numerical problems of game theory can be classified into two categories. First, pure strategy game, which we have discussed in our last session. Second is mixed strategy game, which is the subject area for this session, right? A game is called mixed strategy game when saddle point does not exist, right? Recall in our last session, we said a game is called a pure strategy game when saddle point exists. So, in the event of non-existence of saddle point, the game will be named as mixed strategy game. Now, in mixed strategy game, there are few different subcategories. In this session, particularly, we will be discussing mixed strategy game for 2 cross 2, right? 2 cross 2 means both the companies have only two strategies. The company which is making profit will have two strategies. The company which is making loss will have two strategies, right? Now, these kind of problems are solved by a method called algebraic method. It is sometimes also known as odd method or shortcut. So, any of the name can be called for. Majorly, it is known as algebraic method or odd method. We will be using few uh, new variables like P, Q, V. We will be discussing about P, Q, V and their formula during the solution of the problem, right? So, let us come to the problem. Our problem says, for the following payoff matrix of firm A, again, this part is important. So this part is indicating that the information is given from firm A's side. Determine the optimal strategies for both the firm and the value of the game. Right? See, we have made few declarations on the top, like the problem will be of 2 cross 2 games. So 2 cross 2, that means firm A is having two strategies, A1 and A2. Firm B is having two strategies, B1 and B2. That means this problem belongs to 2 cross 2 games, right? Now we need to identify whether it belongs to mixed strategy game or not, right? So whenever you get a game theory problem, make sure that your fundamental step should be to check whether saddle point is existing or not. So let us try to find it out, saddle point existing or not. I've added few columns like minimum and maximum. Similarly, two rows, max and minimax. So what we'll do is for each row, we'll find the minimum value. So it is 5, it is 10. Out of these minimum values, we'll find the maximum value. So out of 5 and 10, the maximum value is 10. So we have written maximum is 10. Coming to this column, for each column, we'll find out the maximum value. So maximum value is 25. Maximum value is 15, right? Now, for each this thing, for each what is the maximum value, we need to find out the minimum value. So out of 25 and 15, the minimum value is 15. Now see, maximum is 10 and minimax is 15, right? That means maximum is not equal to minimax. If this happens, we comment saddle point does not exist, right? Saddle point does not exist. Sometimes, yes, saddle point does not exist, right? So, again, let us go back and try to check. See, without saddle point, so saddle point does not exist. That means it belongs to mixed strategy game. In mixed strategy game, it is 2 cross 2 waves because both the companies have 2 strategies. So the method we will apply is algebraic method. Now for algebraic method, what we need to do is, see, I have added one more row on the top and one more column in the beginning. This row or column is for the probabilities. Now I have considered that A1 will have probability P. That means there is a chance that P percentage time A1 will occur. Similarly, if A1 has the probability P, then A2 should have the probability 1 minus P, because we know the occurrence and non-occurrence summation should give you 1. So if A1 is occurring, that means A2 is not occurring. If A2 is occurring, that means A1 is not occurring, right? So if probability of A1 is P, probability of A2 has to be 1 minus P. The same thing we can take. The probability of occurrence of B1 is Q. Therefore, B2's probability will be 1 minus Q, right? So we need to answer the value of P and Q. That means the chances of occurrence of A1 and B1, right? And value of K. That is why we had these 3 things. Fine. I'm copying paste here. And saddle point does not exist. Therefore, the problem will be solved by algebraic method. Fine. So we are supposed to answer these 3 things. Let us try to answer these 3 things. See, P equals to A22 minus A21. Now, let us try to understand what this number indicates, right? The first number indicates row number and second one indicates column number. So A22 means value given in second row, second column. This is our second row, A2, and this is our second column. So A22 is this, right? So I'm writing here A22. Coming to this A21, that means value at second row and first column. This is second row, this is first column. So this is our A21. Next, A22 we have already written. A1, sorry, let me finish it off. A11. A11 means first row and first column. So this is our first row and first column. A11. Correct? This is A. Let us go back. Fine. Next is A22. We have already written. Now A12 means first row and second column. So first row and second column. A12. Correct? I am highlighting this so that we can easily identify. I'll put in the values. Sure. So we'll try to calculate the p value. A22. Where is A22? It is 15. So I'm eliminating A22. 15 is here. A21. So A21 is 10. So 10. A11 is 25 plus A22 is 15. A12 is 5 plus A21 is 10. Right? So what we found out, see, 15 minus 10 is 5 divided by 25 plus 15 is 40 minus 15, that means 25. So cancel out, it is 1 by 5. That means probability that A1 will be chosen is 1 by 5. Correct? Coming to Q. Let us do the same activity. A22 is 15 minus A12 is 5. A11 is 25. A22 is 15. A12 is 5. And A21 is 10. So it is 15 minus 5 is 10 divided by 40 minus 15 is 25. So it equals to 2 by 5. That means probability that B1 will be chosen is 2 by 5. Right? Finally, A11 is 25 into A22 is 15 minus A12 is 5 into A21 is 10 divided by A11 is 25, A22 is 15, A12 is 5, and A21 is 10. So this equals to, right? So 25 into 15, 25 into 15 is 375 minus 5 into 10 is 50 divided by, this is 40 minus 15, correct? So this is 325 by 25 equals to 1, 3, right? So what we calculated is P is the probability that A1 will be chosen. So the probability of A1 to be chosen equals to 1 by 5. Now, probability of B1 to be chosen is Q. Therefore, the probability of B1 to be chosen equals to 2 by 5. And if all these happen, then value of the game, value of the game equals to 13. So this is what we are supposed to answer, right? So hope you have understood how to calculate these things. Now for further query, you can contact me on art.srkr86@gmail.com. Fine, and this is a small case. Thank you.